Good morning, everyone. My name is Jack Nichera. This is Thomas Almquist, Merab Asif, Sarah Earl, Keegan Sutton, and Nikita Joy. We come before you today in hopes of gaining your support regarding raising awareness about the implications of human genetic modification. Before you can make an educated decision on this topic, it is paramount to understand the history of genetic engineering. It is defined as the direct manipulation of an organism's DNA to alter its characteristics. Genetic engineering has been around in one form or another for thousands of years, starting with the simple selective breeding of animals. Genetic engineering in that sense did not change until a Central European monk by the name of Gregor Mendel performed extensive hereditary experiments on pea plants in the mid-1800s. While Mendel provided the groundwork, it was not until experiments concerning the genetic material, DNA, were conducted by the likes of Frederick Griffith, Avery McCarthy, and others that genetic engineering could even become a possibility. And so, in 1973, the scientists Herbert Boyer and Stanley Cohen were the first to genetically engineer an organism. In this case, they engineered bacteria to be antibiotic resistant. This genetic engineering success prompted the Asilomar Conference in 1975, which was a summit among international scientific and political leaders to discuss the safety and ethics of genetic engineering. Later, in 1993, scientists discovered a curious DNA sequence in E. coli that would be named CRISPR, which stands for Clustered Regularly Interspaced Short Palindromic Repeats. In the period of time from 1993 to 2013, many advancements were made regarding CRISPR and is eventually harnessed as a powerful eukaryotic genome editing tool. CRISPR has the potential to revolutionize the field of medicine as long as humanity is aware of its implications.
Due to the many concerns regarding genetic modification, there have been many actions and events that have occurred recently in regards to it. In 1980, just 6 years after the first genetically engineered organism, animal, was created, the United States Supreme Court allowed for the patenting of GMOs with regards to the from regulatory groups such as the FDA, the EPA, the DHHS, and others. Current research since then has grown substantially, and now things such as insulin and growth, and now can be used for things such as insulin and growth hormone production, the treatment of hemophilia, and even cancer. Non-GMO Project, which is a non-profit organization created in regards to the concerns from society about genetic modification, can now offers non-GMO food choices for consumers. And Keishan Kui and his team of biotechnicians used CRISPR to genetically alter the CCR5 gene within two twins in order to prevent defect. As a result, he was sanctioned by society for his effort.
Taking into consideration the information we currently have on this topic, we have determined that there is not extensive enough research done to further expand our points of concern. Because of this, there is also rampant misinformation that can mislead the public. Now, for instance, how many of you all are familiar with the current legislation regarding human gene editing? By show of hands. And how many of you know how this legislation impacts the public? Because of this, we feel as if it is imperative to inform the public about genetic modification. To achieve our goal, we will be using the grant money to travel to multiple cities across the country, science and research-based universities in those cities and the local high schools to increase the public's knowledge on genetic modification in humans, as well as gain their support for this topic.
Our plan can be broken down into 5 parts: a month of planning, a nationwide tour,
social media coverage, fundraising through 5Ks, and a commercial video to serve as a recap. If given this grant, we will begin in December of this year, and this month will be used for contacting the cities we wish to attend, as well as the preparations for our 5K events. During this month, we will also begin our social media coverage, where we will post where we're attending, when we will be attending, and giving background information about our topic. Our tour will begin in January, and it will last 90 days, ranging from January 5th to April 4th. We will travel to 30 cities, 7 of which we will host a 5K event. At each of these cities, we will attend either a high school, college, or city hall and give a presentation. During presentations, we will discuss what genetic modification is, how it is done, current applications, future applications, and misconceptions about the topic. This will then be followed by a question and answer section. As Mira stated, our main goal is to increase the public's knowledge in order to gain support. To do this, we will host surveys before and after, asking what they know, what they learned, and where their support lies. During this time, we will also have social media coverage, and that includes social media accounts, a website, and a YouTube page. On the YouTube page, we will post videos of all of our presentations so that if you live in a city that we do not attend, you are still able to receive the information. At the end of the 90-day tour, we will create a commercial video that recaps what we talked about in presentations as well as what we did while we were on tour. The 5K events that we will host, all of the money raised at these events will go towards research in this field.
The budget can be broken down into 6 parts: travel, commercial and recap video, YouTube page, social media account, website, charity events. Travel includes transportation and food costs. For transportation, you will rent a tour bus, which includes lodging, food preparation areas, everything you need for an extended trip. The average cost for renting a tour bus is $1,150 per day. Food costs will be $5,000 for 6 people for 9 months. Those added together equals around $108,000. For the commercial and recap video, a professional video editor will be hired to ensure high production quality. Going on the basis of around 55 hours of editing time, $100 per hour, that totals to $5,500 for the commercial and recap video. The YouTube page is free to create and maintain, as is the social media page. The website will be hosted for 5 years to start. It will be costing $9 a year, which totals to $45. That can be extended if needed. For the charity events, there will be a GoFundMe for donations, and 7 5Ks will be hosted across the country. Each 5K will cost around $15,500 to host. 7 of them, that totals $108,500. Each 5K, going on a basis of a $40 entry fee, generate $420,000 in revenue. That is subject to change based on how many people enter the 5K. To summarize, the total cost will be $214,477. Total revenue will be $420,000 plus donations. The amount left after all expenses are paid is $197,523 plus donations.
In conclusion, we believe that information regarding genetic modification should be outreached to the public. The information regarding human genetic modification and its history, even though it's very detailed, is very scarce and it's inexpensive. Our grant would allow us to travel across the country to several high schools, cities, and universities, and propose to the public ideas about human genetic modification. This in turn would lead to more public interest in this topic, which in turn could lead to more legislation and more funds to research. Our grant should be funded because this does not only affect humans, but it can affect how we view the ethics of editing DNA as a whole. And if we approach that conversation with facts, it can lead to concrete legislation and extensive research. Human genome editing can also help with such things as gene therapy, and it can help treat things such as cancer and things So most of the cities that are there have very research and science-based colleges, and such as John Hopkins, Columbia University, and those are mainly surrounded on that was just.
In addition to this, we also didn't completely neglect the Midwest. We did have a couple cities there because it's not as if there's no one there and there's nothing there, but because a majority of the population that we were trying to reach and get the attention of did lie in the bigger cities which did surround the coast. Now, it's not as if they're not going to completely be misinformed and not know about the topic because at the end of our tour, there's going to be a commercial that's going nationally, and they obviously have some presentations taken.
Well, he and like his team, they edited the CCR5 gene, which was to, when they removed it, it's supposed to prevent HIV. But inadvertently could cause like increased brain function. The reason this would be a concern is because if they edited another gene, then it could rise with other unknown side effects.
So we plan on educating them on basic information regarding genetic modification, such as how it is done, the technology that is used, and the possible implications of it. Our plan is not really to bias someone towards funding it, but we hope that our addition of information will change their views and possibly help give them more information to base their opinion off of.
So we're also not trying to make them for or against something because we're supporting it because they can, I don't want to say cure, but actually help and treat a lot of unsettling diseases such as cancer and Huntington's and hemophilia. So we're not for or against anything, but because it's so beneficial and it can help treat these causes and diseases and save more lives and extend life expectancy, I think it's a better option. And it's a lot. If we do gain the support of the public and there's more research done, it's going to be a more viable option and a better one, rather than going through intensive